All right, so we are now good to go. We're on live.
Okay.
Who wants to lead us? Or is it my turn because I've been gone so often?
It doesn't matter. Whoever wants to.
Tell you what, I'll go, and then if it's okay with you guys, we'll do the same way, just numbers and letters, and we'll go back to the ones that we don't agree on.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, I got C.
Yep.
I got that as well.
Perfect. Number 2, I was a little bit confused on this one, but I got B.
I had B as well.
I kind of ended up close to it, and I was like, well, that's the closest one. All right.
If you use
I
the
got-
table in the book, it shows you the exact formula to use. So.
Okay. I remember reading the table and going, okay, this is close. Maybe I just had a number off somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. 3, I had C.
3, I was pretty confused about. I actually had B.
Okay.
B.
You had B also?
And then don't or
Oh, D? D. So you got B, C, D.
All right. We'll come back to that one. Okay. Number 4, I had B.
I had B.
What
So I
was
didn't
that?
catch that, Bonnie.
B.
Okay.
Same as you two.
Good job. Okay. Number 5, I had C as in Charlie.
C.
And I had D.
Okay. To that one. Number 6, I had A.
I had A as well.
I didn't have anything on A. I thought I did.
All right. Number 7, I had A again.
I had C.
I had C.
Okay. Come back to that one. All right. Number 8, I had C.
I have C as well.
Perfect.
I did as well.
Perfect. Number 9, I had D.
B?
D.
Yeah.
D as in David.
Oh, D. Yes, I have D.
Okay.
And I do as well.
Perfect. Number 10, I had A as an apple.
Okay, I had
Yes.
A as well.
Great. 11, A as an apple.
Yep.
Yes.
Great. 12, C as in Charlie.
Yes.
Okay.
And
13,
I didn't have C or I didn't have one on 12 or 13.
okay. 13, I had A as an apple.
I had A as well.
Okay. All right. 14, I had C as in Charlie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 15, I had C as in Charlie.
Yes.
I have D.
Okay. Come back to that one. Okay. So 16, I had B as in boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 16 or 17, sorry. 17, I got a little bit confused.
Same here.
I was unsure if it was A or B, to be honest.
And I got C.
Okay.
I went with B since the supply demand was greater than supply at 4, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with, what did you say you had, Bonnie?
I had C.
Okay. Let's see how,
So I did it the same way. So the $4 and at what 30 and then at 70. So 70 minus 30 would be 40. That's how I did it.
I can see how that works.
Yeah, but I'm not sure it's correct either because of the way it's listed down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was basically following along the
Yeah.
line.
I got that there would be a shortage of 4,000 workers.
You're right.
So I went with 0.
And that's I couldn't tell if it would be 3,000 workers or a shortage of 4,000 to give us
Yeah.
either A or B.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna wind up probably just doing B because that's on a line. That makes a little bit of sense to me. Alrighty, moving along. 18, I had B as in boy.
Same.
Okay. 19, I had A as an apple.
Yeah.
That's the same.
Perfect. And finally, 20, I had C as in Charlie.
Yes.
It is.
Okay. All right. We'll go back here. So the first one was number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had C. Who had what else?
So I had B.
Okay.
That's D.
You had D, Bonnie? Okay. Let me read the question.
Huh.
Increase the unemployment. So, let's see.
So unemployment rate is the unemployment divided by workforce.
Correct. So I'm trying to look. I don't know if the number 2 would that, because if number 2 works, then Bonnie's works.
Yeah. And that's the thing I
Yeah.
might.
I mean, if you look at number 2 might work. So if you think about it, there's people who are retiring and leaving the workforce, which would probably make the unemployment rate look higher because there's less people in the labor force.
Yeah, but if
I
they're
don't know.
if they're retiring, they're not in the active labor force.
Yeah. So the
Right.
labor force would be smaller.
So the unemployment rate wouldn't necessarily go up. It would probably both of them would shift down a little bit because you've got less workers and less people needing jobs. So both of them would go. Am I explaining that in a weird way? That makes sense in my head, and I don't know if that's how it works.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because you have to think that if somebody is quitting their job, it's like the supply and demand. I have to think about it that way. Like somebody's quitting their job and not working anymore, that's going to increase the employment rate, unemployment rate.
Yeah. I did one of the extra credit assignments, and they did something similar to that, I think, where they said if the labor force decreases, that the unemployment will be higher because there's less people. So you might, yeah, I think 2 might actually work.
Actually, it would definitely, because
So
I just doing my math real quick. So let's say you've got 10 people and one of them is unemployed, right?
yeah, so 1 divided by 10,
That's 10%.
or unemployment is 10%.
Right. So, but if you have a person who retires, they're no longer part of that. So you've got 9 people now, and if one of them is looking for a job, the unemployment rate is 11.1,
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. So it does go up. So I was thinking of it weird. So I think 2 works then.
Yeah, so 2 is, I'm going to put check mark by 2.
So the
Two work.
question
I
is,
don't
does
I
5
don't think
work?
number 1 would work because that would decrease the unemployment rate.
Right. The question is, does number 4 work?
Right, because we all agreed number 3 works.
Yep.
Increasing the number of previously unemployed women. Discouraged workers.
See, that whole sentence just does not make sense to me.
Because they become discouraged workers, I think they're counted as not in the labor force.
I think that's right. I think I saw something.
And so they're basically leaving the labit force.
Yeah. So I think it might be.
So it's kind of the same situation as number 2.
Right. So then if it, I'm going to. Discouraged worker is a person of legal employment who is not actively seeking employment or who's not fined after yada yada yada. So they've basically given up.
Yeah.
So they're not. I don't know.
Let's see. I read somewhere in my notes I have that the discouraged worker. Yeah, it said they're not calculated in the measure of labor or unemployment or anything because they're considered out of the labor force.
So then it wouldn't increase the employment rate.
Right.
So if they're leaving, it's pretty much decreasing the labor force.
Yeah.
So then it would cause the unemployment rate to rise.
Yeah. If you use your same example from earlier, it'd be the same thing.
Yep. So it looks like the answer is D for this one, right? It's all of them but the first one.
Except I just realized on 4, because they were unemployed. So if they leave the labor force, unemployment drops too, right?
Previously, hold on a second. They were
in the
previously
labor
unemployed,
force.
so they were counted already.
So they were counted in the labor force and as unemployed.
Right, and then they quit. Where did I find that at?
This question is wild. My goodness.
Wow. Okay, so they were unemployed, but they're also part of the labor force. So if they leave, number of unemployed and number in the labor force decrease.
Right, so it's that shift down of both columns.
Okay, yeah, so I was looking at like one of those problems that says like 1 million discouraged workers, and it says that they are not in the labor force. And I wrote that next to one of the problems later. I don't know in the book where I found that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is hard though, because it's like they're unemployed, but then they stop looking, so they're not in the labor force. Huh.
I don't know.
Been in PowerPoint.
Wow.
I think I'll have to go back and look at that one a little bit closer to get an understanding.
I'm thinking maybe we try similar to that. Say we have like 2 unemployed but in 10 workers. That's 20%. But then if one person leaves and you have 1 unemployed and only 9 workers,
that's 10%. Wait.
That's 11%.
Yeah, that's 11%. Yeah. So it still goes down. It doesn't cause it to go up.
So I would say it doesn't increase unemployment because they're not counted as unemployed or counted in the labor force.
I don't think it increases it. You're right.
Yeah.
So I think it's C.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's C as well.
Yeah. So I'm thinking.
Okay. See it is. All right, moving swiftly along. So the next one was number 5. Now this was, I wound up with 93.3, or C is the answer for that.
And I got, so,
I
Wait.
got 93.3 as well.
Oh, so we all had that.
Oh,
I apologize.
awesome.
I don't know why I circled it. Okay, I think then the next one was 7. I had A.
Did we agree on number 6 as well? Because some reason I had that one marked.
I had A.
Okay, I had A as well.
I had A as well.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good on that one.
Yeah, I had that one marked as well and scribbled out that it was marked. So
Okay, 7.
Have an answer for that one is why.
So I
Okay.
put C. I had C as in employed and in labor force.
Yeah, that's what I have for that one.
Unpaid work income. Yeah. Yep. So C it is. I misread that. It's the unpaid part.
Yeah.
It got me.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Moving along. The next one is let me see.
I had number 12 marked.
Yeah, I had a mark on 12 here. So I had C as in Charlie.
I had C as well.
See, I didn't have that one.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
So
why
we're
I have
good.
one. Okay, so C on that one. The next one I have is 15, which I had C as in for $7.
And I had $5, so I had B.
Yes, I had $7 as well.
Let's take a look at here. 2000. If I don't find- Yeah, I think it is 7.
So you have a surplus of 2,000 workers at
Yeah.
the wage of $7.
Yeah.
I had a mark on 13. I'm not sure if we did disagree on that one or if I just.
I think that might have been another one where Bonnie, you didn't have an answer.
Okay.
I didn't have the answer. Yeah.
I had A on that.
Yep, that's what I had also.
Okay, so
Okay, but
15
yeah.
C.
Yep, 15 is C because it's a surplus. 17 we already talked about during it. And then everything else we agreed on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go team. Any other questions, concerns, comments on these?
So I was wondering how did you get 3,000 on number 17? Because I didn't get that. I don't know what I got.
So you had said that you got 4,000, right?
Yeah, I said I got a shortage of 4,000 workers. It's like the demand was for 7,000, but supply was 30,000.
See, and this is where I kind of got a little bit confused.
Yeah.
So you wound up with the 4,000 because there was a shortage of 4,000, and I wrote down B because I had thought that there was a surplus of 4,000, meaning, or there was a shortage of 3,000. And I think I got my two numbers confused.
Yeah.
Because if you have a surplus of 4,000, you have a shortage of 3,000. But if you have a surplus of 3,000, you have a shortage of 4,000. Now I'm even more confused.
So yeah, I got there would be a shortage of 4,000 workers there. It was more demanded than supplied. So I put that 0 would be unemployed. But I don't know. It's a weird question.
Yeah. I mean, and like I said earlier, I think I wound up with, because it was 4 and it was on the graph, it either had, in my mind, it either had to be 7, which I thought was a bit excessive, or the 3 as well.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see. I need to look at that one too.
Yeah, I would definitely look at that one again.
Yeah. Awesome. We got anything else?
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Let me just go ahead and stop this real quick.